Derbyshire will have to bat extremely well on the final day to start their LV County Championship season with a win, but there is still a little hope for them after another fascinating third day against Essex at Chelmsford. Essex had turned this game on its head on day 2, largely thanks to David Masters with the ball and Alistair Cook with the bat. He resumed his innings on 139 made out of his team's 297 for 5, which had Essex 237 runs to the good at the start of play. 19 more had been added to that by the time that Ben Folkes on 22 was bowled off the inside edge by Mark Footitt. Cook remained and went to his 150 soon after, an innings thus far using up 276 deliveries, this being one of the 17 fours included within, although he did go 27 overs at one point without finding the fence. There was much more to come as he and his club captain James Foster made it another rather disappointing session for a visiting side which had exploded into life on the very first morning when they bowled Essex out for just 94. They were unable to take advantage of that with the bat themselves, and that had meant that they were now behind the 8 ball as Cook and Foster developed that lead even further with an important partnership which many would have thought was batting Derbyshire out of the game. While the innings of Cook was of course the standout, the contributions of Tom Wesley, Ravi Vipara and now Foster could not be underestimated. This pair batted through the rest of the morning session. Derbyshire were now slipping, but to their credit they came out fighting after the lunch break, and David Wainwright finally removed Cook via the leading edge as the England skipper departed for a magnificent 181. Graham Napier followed in a similar fashion, this time off the bowling of Wes Durston after making 9, while Monty Panesar was run out after facing just 1 ball when he was rather slow to react to Foster's call to try to keep the strike. That he did, but he soon lost Timar Mills at the other end, bowled while slogging at Durston. Essex had lost their last 4 wickets for 30 as they were dismissed for 425, with Foster left stranded on 55. That gave Derbyshire a target of 366, and Stephen Moore was batting fluently until he pulled a short ball from Panesar to Jake Muckaborough to go for 32 at 45 for 1. This was a real chance for Moore's opening partner Billy Godalman to show his former teammates what he was capable of. He batted soundly to give his side, if not the perfect start, a perfectly respectable one as he and his skipper Wayne Madsen carried the total to 70. But then Mills came charging in to cause Madsen some discomfort with some real pace. All the batsman could do was fend to Foster behind the stumps. Godalman's resistance was ended by a fired-up Mills too, who found movement as well as pace to trap the batsman in front for 38 at 85 for 3. Essex's assault on victory was halted by Shivnarine Chanderpaul and Chesney Hughes, who saw out 16 overs in adding 50 more to the chase. But a rapid delivery for Mills was too good for Hughes, who was almost knocked off his feet after being struck on the pads right in front of his stumps. Greg Smith then had Durston taken brilliantly down the leg side by Foster, and Derbyshire would be facing a possible 3-day defeat if they lost more wickets now. They didn't. Chanderpaul, yet to be out in this match in spite of batting for nearly 6 hours overall, moved on to 41 without giving the home attack a sniff, and he now holds the key. Derbyshire go into the last day on 167 for 5. They need an additional 199 runs from here, and that will be very tough.